One of the worst people Jesus condemned the most was hypocrites. And despite popular belief, hypocrites are everywhere, and it's a very easy trap to fall into. And most pastors, I'd like to say fake pastors, and people you watch on the internet and on TV, they're hypocrites. I'm going to tell you what a hypocrite is so you can know if you are that. All right? Here's a hypocrite. I walk around so stoic and I'm so perfect and I got the perfect pose, the perfect outfit. I'd slap my chest and say, oh, I'm mighty in the Lord. And oh, you homosexuals and you abominations and you drug addicts and you women that proclaim that you can preach. No, you're not true Christians. And I walk around stoic and I'm perfect. Yet in secret, I'm at my house and I'm watching porn and masturbating. In secret, I'm getting high on the weekend or drinking when nobody's around. Nobody can see. And oh God, please forgive me. Oh, sorry, I did it again. But then I walk out on the stage again and be like, you're all evil, disgusting, how do you get, To every servant out there that calls himself a servant, I want you to really listen to me, okay? Right now, we're in the end game. Look at the world around you. The signs of revelation are happening. We're in the end game. The Lord will appear soon. Other than that, people are dying every day. An old statistic, around 155,000 people die a day. Every day. So, based on their few there be that find it, and only 1/3 of people claim to be Christians, and you boil that down to 10%, over 150,000 people are dying every day and going to hell. You wonder why? Because we got hypocrites that don't address the secret sin and try to act perfect on the outside. Yet they're doing their wickedness behind closed doors where nobody can see, and then walking around like I don't do nothing wrong and you couldn't possibly be a Christian or a pastor if you're doing this. Okay, well, let me tell you, we're dying. Stop, cut the crap, and listen. We're dying. You, me, everybody, we're dying, dude. Your soul is on the line. Your children, our society is crumbling. Listen, this is deadly serious, bro. We can no longer play that game. We need to bust out of it and be real. Because we're going to hell. All of us, every one of us that claims to be a Christian. You don't obey the King's commands, you're going to hell. And you know what happened? When I was growing up as a pastor and training to be a pastor, I would hear other televangelist pastors, ones that I honored and respected, say, you have got to be good and you've got to be proper. But they didn't tell me the blueprint on exactly how to do that. How do I do that? So, God led me through hell, put me through so many battles so that I could figure out the answers so I could tell all of you. Now, I'm going to give you a blueprint right now on exactly how to do it. Because let's just be real, we all have our own sins, no matter how much you slap your chest and act like you're perfect. No, bud, you're not perfect, and you're fake. And all these pastors on here, you're fake, bud. Let's be honest. I'm an elder. I trained for a decade to be a pastor, and I've been a pastor for a decade. 20 years. And still, I sin. What are my sins? I'm not going to hide it from you. I smoke cigarettes, I cuss, and I want to dominate others. I want to commit violence against those who try to torment me or hurt me, or my kin. I want to destroy my enemies in such a way where they look at me in fear and say, you are greater than me. And I try to be like Satan and take the glory from God. By pride. Those are my sins. Domination, evil, pride, arrogance. All right? So how do we do it? First, you have to identify your weak points. Now, you just committed the sin that you're used to committing. Step back now, after you just got out of the heat of the loss of that battle. Ask God for forgiveness and ask God to give you the sight of the Holy Spirit to look at it. Now you're looking at it, and you can microanalyze every millisecond of how you reach to the end goal. And you start with the very first thing. What is it about you that you walk around every day and you're weak and improficient in that area? Like, you just walk around every day and there's a part of you that's weak, that the enemy knows he can tempt you at. That's the point where you're weak and I can get you. So identify what is in you that is weak. I walk around all day and I don't guard my eyes. So when I see a hot chick, or I'm on Instagram or TikTok and I see a pretty girl, I'm like, damn, dude, she's so fine. I'd smash that. Right there. You have not guarded your eyes. Imagine if Jesus is right beside you when he said that. Oh my God, bro, the shame and, oh man. And you know you did what was wrong, you're about to get your ass whooped, you know, like, God's about to punish you. You'd never say that in front of your dad. And your dad's he's a hard dude that whips your ass for real. You'd never say that. You'd never cuss in front of your dad. You know what's going to happen. So be in that same mindset that you identify the weakness in you that makes you be your eyes. Be weak. And you're not looking with honor. Then you identify your environment. Your environment. Where in my environment, like, what is it about my environment that sets me up that I'm prone to temptation? Am I on the phone looking at Instagram all the time and these celebrities and booties and all this? Like, what is that? What I'm putting myself in that environment? Am I on the TV and I'm listening to music and it's girls, twerking and stuff? Like, is that the environment I'm putting myself in? And when I go out, do I go out to the places where it's like lower income areas where girls, or a beach too often and girls are half naked? Like, they're dressing like whores. Like, is that what I do? Is that the environment I put myself in? So you can fix that. Then the third part is identifying your enemy. So once you got your weakness down, you understand your weak point, then you understand what environment you could not put yourself in, then you could identify the enemy. The enemy is the Instagram. I'm on there a lot, dude, so I shouldn't go there because that's where all the girls get half naked, and I shouldn't be going downtown where I know that they're bad, dude, where like the drugs at, because then this gets me in the mindset of being high and drunk and it's fun again. I shouldn't go to the beach where I can mac on girls and I can walk around with my shirt off and try to get girls. Okay? So you identify the enemy, where the enemy is at, where exactly you're going to get tripped up. Okay. Then after that, you know your weakness, so you've guarded your weakness. You're no longer weak. You stop yourself and you start building an answer for how you can strengthen yourself in your weak areas. Then you've identified your environment and you knowingly change your environment so you're not in that. Then you identify the problem of your enemy and you stop and you avoid your enemy. And then because you're strong in these areas, when the temptation hits you, this is the final part, when the temptation hits you, you'll remember the sting of the shame when you had to go to God again and ask for forgiveness. And then you remember, I don't want to do this anymore because I want to be real on the inside, authentic. And so because you built these things, you do this in every different area that you sin, and you'll have a better safeguard, and you'll find the answer how to avoid it all and not do it again. You get stronger and stronger, and it just doesn't happen no more because you don't actively participate and you protect yourself. That's how it works. That's the blueprint. So do that. Do that blueprint. Be an active participant in your own growth to get ready for eternity, okay?